But first up tonight, look, when the narrative is written in Australia on 2020, it will be known as the year of living dangerously. Now, obviously, coronavirus will dominate the storyline, as it should, and the health and financial implications will play out for years to come. But there's also been drought, there's also been floods, there's also been bushfires. And the good folk of southern New South Wales, where this show goes into each night, have pretty well seen them all, with heavy rain causing havoc there in the past few days. Of course, this was an area that was ravaged, and I mean totally ravaged, by the summer bushfires. Many within that area still reeling. Now, an independent report into the summer bushfires, authored by former New South Wales Police Deputy Commissioner Dave Owens, recommended more hazard reduction burns and that they should take place closer to at-risk communities. Not rocket science, really, is it? It also reflected on how the fires began, why they occurred, and what measures needed to be put into place to protect New South Wales from similar problems. There's also a call to improve climate modelling, which of course also makes sense. Now, for the sake of those communities affected, it's essential that we get the backburning story right. It's blindingly obvious that allowing fuel loads to get out of control was a recipe for disaster. A recipe for disaster. Whatever the reason, and there are many, some who see this as a Greens-inspired failing, changes need to happen. Climate change, without question, climate change is real. And so too is a failing of authorities to properly backburn and reduce fuel loads. It's not a binary argument. Now, the Indigenous in our country, they knew exactly the benefits of hazard reductions, and that's been chronicled over centuries. They understood and continue to understand the relationship between nature and fire. It's time that we as a nation embraced it as well.